Coming up, Coralville's flock camera debate. Residents worry about privacy and immigration enforcement. Why doesn't spoke out at City Council?
And a University of Iowa venue is getting some high praise. Why some think Hancher Auditorium is one of the best in the venues in the country.
Plus, Bennett Sturts brings home another award.
Lovely temps are on the horizon. All of your full forecast coming up in weather.
All that and more
coming up right now on DITV.
Good morning, live from Iowa City. It is Wednesday, February 11th. I'm Linda Lacco.
And I'm Ryan Lynch.
And the third member of our team, Avery Evans, is live outside the Iowa River to tell us today's forecast.
Avery, it's been feeling like spring this week, so how much warmer is it going to be?
Linda and Ryan, it seems like this weather is only going up from here. I am live at the Iowa River where it is currently 27 degrees outside. Taking a look out on the Pentacrest, today we can expect to see plenty of sunshine with a high in the upper 40s. The low for tonight will only drop to the low 30s. Tomorrow it'll stay pretty consistent with temps in the upper 40s. We'll see some clouds in the morning, but the sun will peek out as we approach the afternoon. And more spring-like weather will be here soon. I'll be back with the rest of the week's forecast, but for now, back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Avery, and things are heating up in Coralville. Tuesday, dozens of people at the City Council meeting demanded the City Council to end Coralville's contract with flock cameras.
They're concerned about privacy, saying the city database holding drivers' information is leading to potential ICE arrests. DITV's Liz Schultz joins us live in Coralville with a breakdown of why people are upset and why they're demanding the city put an end to the flock. Liz?
Yeah, Ryan and Linda, things did get heated at the City Council meeting, and this time it's all about flock cameras. Now, I'm here at the intersection 1st Avenue and Highway 6 here in Coralville, where one of two of the city's flock cameras are installed. Now, what these do is they track drivers' license plates, and it's all stored in an information database that's shared with local law enforcement, but not everyone is on board. And at last night's City Council, several members of the public spoke out addressing those concerns about the flock cameras. Now, they say that it's completely unnecessary, and they're urging leaders to terminate the city's contract with flock. In November, the City Council passed a policy limiting data sharing with law enforcement agencies in Johnson County, but in January, Iowa's Attorney General said that that policy may violate state law requiring cooperation with federal immigration authorities. And many say that they're afraid that the data could be used for potential ICE arrests.
People have been hand-feeding you the information and the proof that this is not going to be safe for us. This is something that will be used against us, is being used against us, and you who do not take them down now are complicit.
This matter was not on last night's City Council agenda. However, towards the end of the meeting, several City Council members did speak out about it, saying that it needs to be addressed at further meetings, and many of them say that they want to terminate the contract with flock. Live in Coralville, Liz Schultz, DITV News.
A former healthcare worker is facing criminal charges after police discovered illegal payments on her patient's card. 33-year-old Elisha Mueller took care of the victim twice in 2023 while working as a home provider from Iowa City-based company Superior Care. When the victim saw unusual payments on his credit card, he contacted police. Investigators connected Miller to 33 illegal payments for her own rent, insurance, and card payments. Police say she stole more than $12,000 over more than a year. Miller was arrested Sunday and faces a first-degree theft charge and abuse of an adult dependent.
The Iowa City Community School District is facing hard questions after announcing a major budget cut. The district intends to cut between $5 and $6 million over the next year after exceeding their expected budget. It's unclear what will be impacted by the cuts, but school board members acknowledged last night a recent financial report misrepresented the district's cash flow. At the last school board meeting, the board approved a $10 million loan to cover budget losses. Parents questioned the financial report inaccuracies, which the board said it will look into.
A disagreement at a legislative meeting turned sour this week.
DITV's Felicity Minning joins us live in the newsroom with the details.
Linda, Ryan, a University of Iowa doctoral candidate, Abigail Escatel, was ushered out of a higher education subcommittee meeting Monday following a heated discussion over a DEI-related bill. Escatel was giving comments on the bill but was speaking past her 2-minute limit, leading Capitol Police to remove her from the room. As she was being ushered out, she swiped her hand toward Representative Steve Holt. She ended up pushing his cell phone off the table, hitting his arm, leading legislators to say she was trying to assault him. The proposal being discussed at the time of the argument would prohibit Iowa's public universities from teaching certain courses and content, specifically ones related to diversity, equity, and inclusion and critical race theory. And Iowa state lawmakers advanced a bill that could impact civil rights protections. This bill blocks cities and counties from enforcing civil rights protections that go beyond what is written into state law. This would prevent local governments from protecting groups outside state code. Up until recently, gender identity was a part of those groups, but that group was removed from Iowa's code last year. More than a dozen Iowa communities enforce their own local protections for transgender residents, but this bill would require them to stop. Republican State Representative Steve Holt said that this legislation would ensure uniformity. Those against it argue that local governments are in a better position to govern the needs of their residents. Live from the newsroom, Felicity Minning, DITV.
And another water issue is impacting travel in Iowa City. Take a look at this map. Eastbound traffic on Iowa Avenue at the intersection of Madison is reduced to 1 lane today after a water service line flooded the street yesterday. Travel is expected to be back to normal by Friday. This is the second break in downtown Iowa City this last week. But don't worry, these types of waterline issues are somewhat normal this time of year, as the freezing and thawing of ground puts stress on the pipes. And
a University of Iowa building is getting some recognition on the national scale.
We have DITV's Kenna Murtis at Hansher Auditorium to tell us more. Kenna?
Hi guys, I'm in front of the Hansher Auditorium here in Iowa City that was just added to the top Billboard's venues in 2026. They made it in the category Keeping It Indie along with 27 other venues. Billboard considers Hansher as, quote, a powerhouse for indie touring in the Midwest, end quote. Hansher has a long history in Iowa City, having opened in 1972 before being demolished in the 2008 flood. It was rebuilt here in this spot in 2016. The large auditorium seats 1,800 seats and the smaller stage hosts 200. Billboard says it's, quote, perfectly balanced concert hall precision and intimate energy, end quote. The venue director, Andre Perry, explained that Hansher's goal to enhance arts and creativity here at the University of Iowa's campus, and Billboard seems to think that they're doing a great job. From Hansher, live from Hansher Auditorium, for DITV, I'm Kenna Murtis.
And we'll be back right after the break.
Happy 20th anniversary, DITV. I'm Maximilian Von Gries, and I'm a DITV alumni from the class of 2024. While at DITV, I was a sports reporter covering all Hawkeye athletics and creating news packages and also anchoring at DITV. I learned a lot from DITV, and I loved my time at DITV because it taught me so much. It gave me hands-on experience that I now use even to this day with my current job here at University of Iowa Healthcare as a creative media developer. DITV is a special place where not only do you get lots of great hands-on experience, but you form lots of bonds and friendships with other journalism students that are just wanting to get in front of the camera or even behind the camera and wanting to get lots of great experience. So again, happy 20th anniversary to DITV. I hope you all are doing so well, and I watch every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so keep up with the great work.
Welcome back to DITV, your spot for Iowa City news.
But first, let's take a look back outside with Avery for the forecast for this week ahead.
Thanks, you guys. While it's only in the 40s right now, we can expect a major increase in temperature. Let's check back in at the Pentacrest. On Friday, we can expect to have some slight clouds, but it'll reach the low 50s. Valentine's Day Saturday will be perfect to spend outdoors with your significant other, with highs in the upper 50s. Sunday will be lovely as well, as temps will continue to stay in the upper 50s. On Monday, the coats can be stored away for now, as we'll jump up to the mid-60s. Finally, Tuesday will also be in the mid-60s with a mix of clouds and sun. You guys, I'm ready to shake off all this snow and spend plenty of time in the sun. Live from the Iowa River, Avery Evans, DITV.
Well, thanks, Avery and Morgan. What's going on with sports?
Linda, there is a lot going on, and that starts with the Iowa men's basketball team. They are making noise in the Big Ten after securing 6 straight wins. Tonight, they head to Maryland, where they will face their next challenge against the Terrapins. The Hawkeyes faced them back in December at Carver Hawkeye Arena, where they dominated in an 83-64 win. This time, they faced them in a different environment at College Park. After going 2-2 on the West Coast, Ben McCollum is confident in his team on the road.
It's just a matter of knowing what the recipe is to be able to win on the road and doing that.
The Terrapins have dropped 4 of their last 5 games, putting them at 2-10 in the Big Ten. With leading scorer Farrell Payne out with a leg injury, Iowa is marking David Coit at the top of their scouting report.
Obviously, Coit, has been a problem for a lot of people. He's just, they kind of play with house money. It's almost like they play such a violent style for the entire game. It's tricky to go against.
The Hawkeyes will look to extend their win streak to 7 with tip-off at 5 p.m. And after 2 more dominating performances, Iowa's Bennett Sturtz was named Big Ten Player of the Week for a 2nd week in a row. In Iowa's win at Washington, Sturtz posted 22 points and 5 assists. But the real award-winning effort was last Sunday against the Wildcats. Sturtz went off for 36 points, setting his career high and pushing the Hawks to a 6-game win streak. In the 2-game stretch, he shot lights out, putting up 60% from the field and an efficient 57% from 3. Sturtz is the first player in 5 years to win consecutive Big Ten Player of the Week since Keegan Murray in 2021. And switching over to the women's side, after having nearly a week off, Iowa faces a must-win game tonight. The Hawkeyes were ranked number 8 just 2 weeks ago, but have plummeted to the 15th spot after losing their last 3 games. At home, the Hawks will look to get back on track against the 25th ranked Huskies. The Hawkeyes will need to slow down Savia Sellers, who is 5th in Big Ten in the scoring.
Washington remains as hard as they were last year to guard. They have tremendous three-point shooters. They run predominantly the Princeton offense. They're a difficult guard because they shoot the 3-ball.
Coach Jensen has been open for the first time this season about the starting lineup. With senior Taylor McKay being out for the season with a torn ACL, freshman Addie Deal has stepped into the starting role. Jensen still has full trust in Deal going forward.
I'm considering all options. I'm considering all, and I think that's very true. There's less pressure when you're coming off, and I think Addie's had a lot of pressure for a lot of good reasons, a lot of good intentions, and I think she's handled it really, really well. But yeah, I've been, studying that. Everybody,
15th ranked Iowa will take on 25th ranked Washington tonight, starting at 6:30. And in track and field, junior thrower Ryan Johnson shattered records in the weight throw. Johnson launched a 24.99 meter throw at the Iowa State Classic last weekend, earning him a new lifetime best and Iowa record. He was named National Player of the Week by the U.S. Track and Field Association, the first Iowa thrower in 6 years to be recognized. And on a global scale, his heave is the 15th best weight throw ever recorded, putting him at 10th in the world. Johnson leads the nation, and this effort marked him 4th all-time in collegiate throws.
Well, thank you for joining us live online or listening on KURI 89.7.FM.
We're here live from Iowa City every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8:30 a.m. and online anytime at dailyiowan.com.
For all of us at DITV, we will see you again live on Friday morning, right here on DITV.